Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the country which is called Italy, and we are going to talk in the geography, economy, political, and international business in four contents. First, let's talk about the geography. So, Italy is a sovereign country in the Europe, which is located in the Apennine Peninsulas, and it is one of the world's seventh major industrial countries, and it is also the home of the largest number of the world's hysteria states in the Western countries. For the cities, Italy is divided into 20 regions, and Rome, which is its capital cities, and have the most um, population in the cities, and it is located in the western central part of the Peninsula, which is over here. For the climates, Italy is a typical Mediterranean climate, which is hot and dry in the summers and wet and cold in the winters. For the languages, almost all of the Italians speak Italians, and which is Italian is from uh, the dialect between the modern Italian regions. So the Italian peninsula is located uh, s- in the south of the Europe, and it is divided by the Apennine Mountains, so which is called Italy only have one vast plain in the north, which is called the vast Po River Plain, and the rest of them are almost mountains. And with these geography issues also affect its Italian's growing regions in economics and in industries both. For the populations, and Italy have almost 6 millions and 28,503 21 peoples, and it has 193 people per square kilometers, which is the five highest population density in the Europe. And in general, the separate density of the population in Italy also have more density in the south than the density in the in more density in the north than the density in the south, and has more population in the coast than the population in interior states over here, because all of these are mountains compared to the map in the last slides. And for the educations, Italy has one of the most famous university in the world. It's called the University of Sabonius, which is founded in 1028. It's one of the oldest university in Europe. And for the cities, the largest city in Italy was Rome. It is also its capital city is over here, which is located in the center of the Apennine Primulas, and the Rome is also known as the city of seven hills, and at the same time, Rome is a typical Mediterranean climate. And Rome used to be one of the most populated city in Italy, but recently Rome is gradually being shown the phenomenon of hollowing out, and more residents begin to move out of the city centers. If next we talk about the economies and about the employment situation in Italy is in 2020, the number of employed people in Italy is nearly 22 and millions people, which is a decrease of 44,000 people compared to the 2019, and which is also have influenced by the COVID-19, and the situation might even goes worse. And Italy also shows a trend of the north develop and south backwards, which is I called before the geography issue in Italy. They only have a vast plan in the north, so the north province is developed better and the south agriculture province. So the industrial part of the internet is connecting the northern plains, which is help to keep the employment higher in the north and in the south. As for the income and poverty situations, uh, the Italy have a problem which is the top 20% of the population and over 6 times more as much as the bottom people in the 20%. And the income, as we can see, the further parts or the north regions in the Italy was have more income than the province in the south. And it also have a problem that the women in the private sector earn 25% less than men on the average. It is a report from the 27, but the situation can be better now in 2020. For the income and poverty situations, in Italy, the incidence of the absolute poverty is 6.4%, and is which is affecting about 5% of the household in one child. The high cost in the children also cause the young generations are not willing to give it birth to the children, and which also might cause a aging population problem in Italy in the future. Next, we talk about the political parts. And we all know that Italy have two branches of in the government. One of them are the diagram of sentence, and another is distributions. And now the five-star movement currently holds the most seats in the Senate and distribution within the lower house. Um, and the five-star movement is also the leader of the government, which is a right-wing populism party. And the current affair is Italian's new prime minister have announcement in February 27th. He pointed out that the first thing he going to do is try to protect from the life from the COVID-19 and try to give active stimulus and policies to guide the long-term growth for the Italian economies for the reform. For the international trade with Canada, Italy is the eighth largest economy in the world and the fourth largest power in the European Union. It is Canada's eighth highest largest global trading partners, and they have a deep cooperation in mechanical vertical parts and especially for the ITs or the beverages. And Italy also obtained a third of the Canadians' total agriculture export to the European unions. So for the conclusions, first geography. Italy has more mountains than plains, which is cause might be the in Italians industrial power gathered in the north rather than in the south, so which cause this north part of the Italy might have a better development in both industries and daily lives for the peoples, and which it might also cause some social problems. For the economies, as I said, Italy's northern and southern agriculture province are not even, and although Italy have a strong economies, but it still have a problem is that the top class have 6 times more income than the people in the 20% as the last. It might also cause a lot of social problems. And recently, the uh, right-wing populist party are getting the power, and it wins one-third of the seats in both houses. For the international business, Italy is one of the eight highest trading partners in Canada, and it also obtained one-third of the agriculture exports for Canada in European unions. They both have a in-depth cooperation in agriculture, automobile manufacturing, and IT industries. So even if they might have an impact due to the coronavirus, but I thought they might have a more and further cooperation in the futures. So that's all for the presentation. Thanks.